In the 3 short years since we held our first event in March 2008 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, we've come a long way. In 2008, many people thought that green jobs and the clean energy economy were something far in the future and that they had no relevance to the jobs in manufacturing and construction that we were losing by the tens of thousands. But today we know that the clean energy economy requires millions of tons of steel and concrete and requires the skills of every unemployed construction worker to retrofit every home and building in America. It requires every auto worker who ever turned a wrench on an assembly line to go back to work building an all-American, all-electric, 21st century transportation fleet. And we also know that the green economy can provide job security and upgraded skills for those in building maintenance and a better work life in service industries, from cleaner, safer hospitals to green schools that improve the learning environment for both teachers and children. The green economy even means that workers in a BP oil refinery can do their jobs secure in knowing that safety procedures will be followed and that their risk of death or injury in the recent epidemic of refinery fires and explosions is finally over. And they know that America will be using its remaining fossil fuel resources wisely and safely in the transition to our clean energy future. There is a job for everyone in the clean energy economy. So what stands in our way? A year ago, we tried to pass a comprehensive climate and clean energy jobs bill and put a price on carbon. With the money that legislation would have raised, we intended to fund the transition and create millions of jobs. Our effort last year was like building a prefabricated house. All the pieces get manufactured someplace else, and then they need to arrive at precisely the right time and place for assembly. Well, you know that most of those pieces were made in the House of Representatives back in 2009, and then, as you know, when they arrived at the U.S. Senate for assembly, the work crew never showed up. So now we're going to have to build the clean energy economy the old-fashioned way, brick by brick and floor by floor. The green economy is made up of 100 different building blocks. It's energy-efficient homes and buildings. It's industrial energy efficiency like the ArcelorMittal steel waste heat recovery project that saved the equivalent of heating 14,000 homes. It's expanding and upgrading our freight rail system, moving a ton of freight 480 miles on a gallon of fuel. It's putting 1 million plug-in and electric vehicles like the Chevy Volt out in the lobby on the road in the next 10 years. It's replacing 20th century toxins with green chemistry, and on and on. Building a house the old-fashioned way may not be as elegant, but it can still put millions of Americans back to work. That's the lesson we hope this conference will drive home. America still needs 20 million good green jobs, and it's still our job to educate and legislate. Thank you very much.